Good afternoon. This is the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON. It's Saturday, December 1st. This is America's Heroes Group. We are on iHeart Radio. Of course, you can always call us, 773-591-1690. We just have a great guest with us right now, and we are going to have him talk with us relative to a number of issues that are going on. And we are always pleased to have none other than the VA Jesse Brown director, who is back with us, Mark McGill. How are you, sir?
Hey, Cliff. Pretty good. How about you?
Good. Good to see you again.
Same here.
Great. And you have someone here that you're going to introduce.
Yes, I do. We have today Patrick Gleason. He's our chief of voluntary service. And, you know, you've allowed us to come on and talk about the services that we do at Jesse Brown Veterans Healthcare System that take care of the needs of our veterans. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, this holiday season, it's especially important that we do that. And I'll tell you what, there's a person here, Patrick Gleason. He just is one of those leaders that we have over at the hospital that just really ensures that our veterans are taken care of. So Patrick has 18 years of experience serving veterans in VA. He has been the chief of the voluntary service for about 10 years. Before that, he was in the Veterans Canteen Service. And then before that, he actually has private sector retail and service industry experience, and that's proven very valuable. Without further ado, I want to pass over to him and have him tell about some of the exciting programs and services that we have available for our veterans.
Thank you so much. Mr. Gleason, glad to see you.
Thank you, Cliff. It's a pleasure to be back. I enjoyed my experience here back on Memorial Day.
Right.
And it was a wonderful opportunity. So thank you for that.
You gave us a lot of great information then.
Thank you.
Right.
And thank you, Director McGill, for your leadership as well. So the topic I want to focus on today, I know we have a short amount of time, is food insecurity and what is going on out there in the very near future, especially around the holidays, to support our veterans and their families that are facing food insecurity, as well as we all know the problem in the city with too many food deserts. About 6.5, 7 years ago, recognized this issue after hosting a veteran stand down. And we tried to do something about it. The folks here at Voluntary Service at Jesse Brown partnered with our great friends at the Greater Chicago Food Depository and AmeriCorps to put together a weekly Veterans Food Pantry at Jesse Brown VA. The first of its kind, a client select our veterans shop with a cart and select their food. That happens every Tuesday at Jesse Brown VA at 11. We recommend that veterans come in a little bit early. We have chairs. It's very comfortable and collegial environment where the veterans actually have an opportunity to socialize a little bit prior to the food distribution. It's always a festive and high-energy experience. A year after to the day, Heinz VA opened their food pantry as well. So the Chicago area is very well covered in terms of providing these services to our veterans. Since we opened, there are nearly 24 similar facility or programs that have opened around the nation at VAs, and we're hoping for more. So to get to the point of our food pantry, prior to the holidays at Jesse Brown on December 4th, 11th, and 18th, all Tuesdays, we will have full-go food pantries opened, and Heinz will have theirs on the 6th, 13th, and 20th. So there will be 6 opportunities between now and Christmas for our veterans to get to one of these 2 locations. You do not have to be an enrolled VA veteran. You either can bring your VA card if you are. If you're not enrolled, all that's required is a DD-214 and a photo ID. So it's not tied to enrollment at the VA. There are a couple of other programs I'd like to talk about related to food insecurity. Not everyone that's listening today is a veteran. But I would imagine that some folks that are listening also have food insecurity issues. I encourage those folks to reach out and call the following number to the Greater Chicago Food Depository, and they will find the nearest food pantry and provide them the date and time of those events. So the number is 773-247-FOOD. So that's 773-247-3663. So any folks living in the greater Chicago area, Cook County, if you're looking for a food pantry to help your family, please call that number, and our friends at the Greater Chicago Food Depository will provide great assistance to you. And there's one more source for our veterans that I highly recommend they contact when in need. We work closely with the Veterans Assistance Commission of Cook County, which is actually located basically across the street from our VA at Jesse Brown. But if you contact the VAC at 312-433-6010, let them know what your needs are. Now, of course, in these situations, you do need to be a veteran. If you provide, come in and visit them, set an appointment, bring in your DD-214, income verification, and a photo ID. They will work with you regarding your food insecurity. They'll work with you regarding transportation, mortgage or rent relief,
Wow.
and quite a few other things. So take advantage of that, but you do need to have your paperwork with you, DD-214, income verification, and a photo ID.
Patrick, I didn't quite get that last group. What is that?
It's the Veterans Assistance Commission of Cook County.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can repeat the phone number if you'd like.
Go right ahead.
312-433-6010.
Okay, that's great.
Well, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. That's wonderful.
Few questions, Patrick.
Yeah.
So with the veterans, first of all, with the food pantry, so what, you provide food for people?
We provide
or you-
groceries.
Groceries,
It's,
okay. You can get
it's-
canned goods, meat, vegetables, what?
Absolutely.
All the above?
Basically, when our veterans walk out, they have what I like to term robust groceries, 5, 6 bags, shopping
Okay.
bags, full of groceries. We have your breads, your grains, your cereals, your fruits,
Okay.
vegetables, meat,
All right.
protein, peanut
And you
butter.
can come once, you
Once-
said you have about 6 prior to Christmas.
That's an excellent
Yeah,
point.
okay, yeah.
A veteran can attend one food
time.
pantry per
Okay,
month.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to participate. So since we opened on Veterans Day of 2013, our particular pantry has served over 12,000 unique veterans. Expanded that out from our surveys and family members. We're talking about 18 or 19,000 folks that have benefited. We don't say we feed them, we provide them with groceries. And the testimonials from our veterans on how that has supported them and helped them not have to decide between gas in the car or food for my family, the mental health benefits. We all are familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs and that basic
Population.
need. Yes.
Yeah, that's
So,
fantastic, Patrick.
yes.
Because one of the things I was thinking about when you were talking about that, one of the real benefits too is that you're feeding their family members and their children as well. And a lot of veterans' families had to sacrifice while the veterans went overseas to fight, and so it's really actually helping and benefiting them too. But is there any way that people can assist with this? If you have organizations outside, or like I work for an organization now, Blue Cross Blue Shield, are there possibilities to assist with this
To
program?
come and support our food pantry with volunteers?
Right.
Absolutely. Every week we have a large group of partners that come in. The FBI is one of them. I think I mentioned that last time I was here, and there was a clever comment, if I recall,
They're down the street from you, aren't they? Yeah.
They are right down the street.
Right,
They
yeah.
come every other week, bring different folks from their office.
okay.
We have Capital One as one of our bigger supporters. They bring volunteers and help. I mean, we have restaurant groups. It's been a
Where do you get the
wonderful
food from? That's
outreach.
the help, but where do you get the food?
Greater Chicago Food Depository
Yeah.
is our greatest
I see.
partner, and they have never flinched.
They
in
do a wonderful
provi-
job, don't they?
my concern is we don't do enough to give back to them and to thank them. But
Yeah.
every time I bring it up, they're so happy to serve veterans that's how they get thanked by us for
Director
organizing.
McGill, I think this
Oh,
is interesting
fantastic.
because seemingly, I think you said that this was the first of this type of thing. and now they're all over the country.
Yes, sir.
So, see what you folks did? You started it. So we
You
want,
started
want to
it.
give, yes, absolutely. Because this is just a
great.
great issue, because there are so many folks who really need this help.
Yes.
And the other program you have that's across the street, well, it's not yours, but the Cook County Veterans Assistance Program, you said. So you said, so they help with other matters, if you fall behind in your mortgage payment, or
They do.
what else?
They're
Yeah.
willing to assist, and it's all based on a case-by-case basis. But
Bring
I have a list here. The transportation, mortgage and rent, utilities. A lot of our veterans can fall behind on their utilities.
You bring in proof of income, or suppose you don't have any income,
verification.
though,
Well, that would be, they'd
Yeah.
have to have evidence of that.
of no income.
Of the evidence
Proving
of
a
no
negative?
income. That's right. That's right. You know,
Okay.
if there's records veterans are struggling to find that would help them move along,
Yeah.
they'll help with that. So those are the main things they do, and I think they're there, and they are interested and pleased to help our veterans in need.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Let's take a caller. 773-591-1690 is our number. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Cliff.
Good.
How you doing?
Good.
Hey. All right. Yeah, I was calling Phil. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, and I wanted to comment on Jesse Brown. And I know the director. I met the director at Auburn Gresham before when he had one of his, I guess you call town hall type gatherings at the at Auburn Gresham. And I'm a veteran. I want to compliment about the service at. I tell people I'm one of the veterans. I have no complaints about the service that I receive as I seeing doctors, seeing nurses, hearing back from people. But one of the things I did have noticed in the last couple of months is at Jesse Brown, and is it the people the people you interact with, not the doctors, but just the other people. Their behavior has changed a little bit. It's gotten a little. They're kind of grouchy now. You know, is what I say. Because it's always been before where you're greeted, hey, Mr., by Mr. and Sir and all that. But of the last couple of months, last 3-4 months, it seems like there has been an attitude change or something. I don't know if it's some kind of, they different thing. But anyway, that's what I've noticed at Jesse Brown. And I just wanted to bring that to the director. In fact, I had a run-in one time, or I had a situation one time where it even took me where I came to the director's office through the glass doors and the fancy floors. But I couldn't get past the gatekeeper to talk to anybody. But anyway, it has been a change in their behavior for the most part that I've encountered more than one time.
Well, we will have Director McGill respond to that right now. And
Yeah,
thanks for the call.
absolutely,
Okay.
and I so appreciate the call, and I will tell you that be extra sensitive to that. I do want to note, as far as anyone wanting to ever talk to me, I have director's office hours every week, and every Thursday from 12 to 1, and it's up there on the second floor, first come, first serve, and usually I see everyone that comes, and that's employees or veterans. I like that because that's the way I hear what's going on in our facility. We also have a director's corner that has the ability for folks to fill out comment cards. I look at those every day. They get collected and sent up to my office every day as well. And you can give a complaint, you can give a compliment, you can give a suggestion for improvement. I want to hear it all because have a top-notch leadership team, and believe me, we'll fix whatever we need to fix. So again, thank you for letting me know that, and I don't know, maybe we don't have enough holiday decorations. We're working on that too.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I've been there, and I know what kind of services you provide. I just think they're great.
But
Let's go
can I
I'm
just say
sorry,
something?
sure.
I know I've been there, and I was just overwhelmed at just how cordial everyone was that I experienced or encountered at Jesse Brown. And I haven't been there in about 3 or 4 months, but I was just very pleasantly, I won't say surprised, but I was just so appreciative of all the, everybody was just so helpful. So I don't know, sometimes you catch somebody on a bad day, and it might not, even though you might have been there a couple of times and had a bad experience, sometimes everybody has a bad day, get up on the wrong side of the bed one morning, but my experience has been very good at that.
And that's so true. And Ernesto, I
Yeah.
tell my folks, unfortunately, folks
Yeah.
can just gauge an experience on one interaction
Yeah,
or one
couple,
person.
yeah.
And like you say, they could be having a bad
Yeah.
day or
It's
whatever.
Not
Yeah.
not like to the police I know who have a bad day. They have a bad day every
There
day.
you go.
You know?
But, no, I'm
down that road.
I'm proud of the staff.
Or
and
some of the
I know you
judges.
should be.
Or
I
some,
have
or when
that.
I go to court,
Yeah.
Cliff, I look at the judge and I say, I wonder how the
It's just a good
judge
day,
is
right?
feeling today. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
If I could comment on that.
Yeah, please. Uh-huh.
We also know that we're not perfect.
Right.
And we have ongoing programs
Yeah.
regarding customer service and training and reminding our staff, committing time and energy
Yeah.
to the non-medical side of healthcare. For folks to feel comfortable and welcome and wanted
Yeah.
when they visit Jesse Brown and all of our
Sure.
facilities. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm just happy the fact that you all started that at Jesse Brown, and then because of that, it's spread throughout the nation.
Yeah. That's
And that might be a subject for another
That's
show
right.
at some point, because
Yeah.
we do have several of those programs, so
Yeah.
thank you.
Right. Yeah, that's just great. Let's take another caller. Hi, you're on WVON, America's Heroes Group.
Right, Cliff, how you doing?
Fine, sir. This is Minister Hayden, right?
No, this is Carl.
Oh, Carl. I'm sorry. My screen is kind of screwed up. Thank you, Carl. Go right ahead.
Yes, sir. I served the 80 to 86 in the Corps,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad you guys mentioned the Chicago Food Depository because a few years back I was really in need, and that organization has really helped me out. And I'm glad you partnered with them because, it was like 3 months or so, and then I had to go back and volunteer because
great.
I was so grateful for what
that's beautiful.
that organization did. And, it's not, it's that and the Salvation Army if you want, as far as food is concerned. But you can go twice a month with them.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on where you live at. And I'm just, I'm just grateful that the VA partnered with them. That's a good idea.
All right. Thank you so much for your call.
Great.
Appreciate it. Glad
Yes, sir.
you're doing that. It's wonderful.
And the thing is,
Yeah.
like I went shopping the other day, and I didn't buy anything, and I spent $50. And I looked around and said, wait a minute, I didn't buy any meat, I didn't buy anything expensive, and then, $50, and I was like just amazed. So, yeah, it's something, if you can go in and get some groceries, you can save a lot of money that way.
But Cliff,
because
I'm glad that
it's
caller
expensive.
called in because sometimes, when people are in need, we have a tendency to look down at people or we wonder what their motive is and that kind of thing. This guy has a great heart. He was a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
He had a point in time where he had some need, like all of us do,
Mhm.
and then he goes back and gives back to the country by serving again
Yeah.
and making sure that other people who are in the same situation he found himself in could pull themselves out of it. I think he should be commended.
That's true. I agree
Yeah.
with you, Doctor. That's great.
Yeah.
And as far, Counselor,
Yeah.
you're spending $50 and
I didn't buy anything. I barely had anything
I
in
hope
my
you
cart.
Weren't, you weren't on, you weren't on the corner, were you? He knows what I'm
I'll
talking
tell you, no, I was not.
No, okay, I was trying to make
Yeah.
sure. Because I may be able to get some of your money back.
No.
Let's take another caller. Hi, you're on WVON, America's Heroes Group.
And good evening, Governor, and to your guests and to your panel.
Yes, and this is this
Yeah, this is Mr. Hayes.
Minister Hayden? That's what I thought. Thank
Yeah,
you, Minister
yeah.
Hayden. Yeah, go right
Right.
ahead. Mhm.
I'm the only one that served in my family in the Army. Everybody else in the Air Force. But it was a
Oh,
wonderful
you did the right
experience.
thing.
That's right. All right.
Yeah, everybody else in my family is the Air Force. I'm the only Army brat. But it's a wonderful show. I learn a lot every year. Every week I listen to you guys. But I'm kind of stumped a little bit. He said you got to bring in your proof of income. If you ain't got an income, how you gonna prove you ain't got an income? How you prove a negative?
That's a good point. How do we do that? Thank you, Minister. How do we do that? Does anybody know?
I do not. That's a great question
No,
for
yeah.
the county commissioner. I just want to make a point clear. You don't need any. There's no test for the food pantry. You know,
Yeah,
they-
you just
there
go
is-
in, right,
Yeah, the
right.
food
Yeah.
pantry does not have any means to
Yeah.
assess
Just bring in your
whatsoever.
DD 214 and your ID.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or your
or
VA
your
card if
or your
you're
VA
enrolled.
card.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if,
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
you know, if it's through the
Nice.
IRS, if you don't have any income, then you would probably not have a tax return. I'm not sure of how that works
Yeah.
out.
Do
or-
they
but
do
that's
they
kind of an interesting
check
question.
or the I don't know.
I would guess that if they contacted the county commission, they would be able to answer
Figure
that.
that out. Yeah,
They would
yeah,
be able to
yeah,
tell them.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's get in another caller quickly. Glenda is calling, and not our Glenda. This is
This
another
one, yeah,
Glenda.
this one. She's right here.
Hi, Glenda. How you doing?
To that, Glenda. Hi, to all of you all. Great subject. I wanted to know how do he enhance those widows and families and being invited out to those initiatives that he do when the veteran is no longer with them, but they are 100% individuals.
Ah,
Are you talking, ma'am, about the food pantry itself?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay,
Do
so
they
the best
qualify?
bet, I can give you a phone number to call. Are you ready for that?
I am.
Okay, 312
Mm-hmm.
569 6109.
569.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
6109. And if you call that number, I will get the message with whoever calls contact. I'll reach out, and we'll establish a date that you would like to come in, and I'll make sure that you could, as a widow, to be able to take advantage of that food
That's
pantry.
great.
And can you repeat that number?
312-569-6109.
Correct.
Got
I
it?
have it correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Great
you.
show.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
you all.
much. Appreciate it.
thank you.